As we know, the campaign has kicked off with, Vice President Kamala Harris and former President Donald Trump. And we know the Democrats are in our face. Lord, they're in our face worse than a collection agency. They're in our face, right? Well, one of our sisters, brought up a great point about, these people in this election. Let's go ahead and roll that.
I would like to give a message to the Democrat Party. Now that it's time for elections, as usual, we're seeing Democrats everywhere going to all of our places to ask for the black vote. Now, the one thing that has happened in the last 60 years, as a matter of fact, since the JFK assassination, is that you ask for our votes, but you never tell us what you're going to do for us. As a matter of fact, right now, your campaign is based totally on Donald Trump. You're not asking us to vote for Donald Trump. You're asking us to vote for you. So since you're asking us to vote for you, I'd like to ask you, what are you going to do for us? And tell me, what have you done for us lately?
This is a conversation we've been having all over Black America. And the conversation is getting louder and louder and louder. If you're going to come to our face and say, for us to come out and vote for you in November, what are you going to do for that said vote? And if you mention anything outside of what you're going to do for that vote, specifically for Black Americans, I'm tuning you out. I don't want to hear it. I'm done. It's just that simple. I am not playing no game about my vote or anything else I have going on. I don't have the time to. You understand? When somebody comes to you and say, vote for me, and then you say, well, what are you going to do? And if they try to say, well, what Trump is going to do? Well, is Trump in my door right now? Is he? Or is it you? That's what you tell them when they try to bring up Trump. Like, he's not here right now. You are. And you telling me to vote for the Democrats, vote for Kamala Harris. So if Trump's people come to my door, if Republicans come to my door and they say, hey, can we get you to vote for Trump? I'm going to say the same thing. What Trump is going to do for Black Americans specifically. But I will tell you this much. At least Trump is trying to reach out. At least he's saying, hey, it's a crisis in this country about the migrant crisis that's affecting Black Americans more than any other group. And that's not a lie. Ask my brothers and sisters in Chicago. Ask my brothers and sisters in New York. They are literally destroying New York City right now. All those migrants running around there committing crimes, joining gangs. I just heard a news report last night. They're smuggling guns in the shelters for the migrants underneath the food. So they gun running in the shelters.
Today's first very shocking appearance by Bernard Castro Mata, a young migrant from Venezuela. He's actually facing a number of charges. So what today's court appearance is he was being arraigned again after the grand jury came up with an entire new list of charges. Obviously, the two most important charges are attempted murder of two New York City police officers. In today's court appearance, he just ratted on his own gang. That he just basically told the cops exactly who gave him the gun, pointed them out in pictures, then told the police how the gang is getting firearms into city shelters, smuggling them in food delivery bags, which are not checked or put through metal detectors. Just shocking statements that he made over the course of 2 or 3 days at New York Presbyterian Hospital to 3 police officers while being recorded on the record. Just shocking. So at the end of the court appearance, his Queen's Defender's attorney asked for protective custody, and the judge, seeing the target put on Mata's back, granted that protective custody immediately without question. I was able to ask the district attorney, Melinda Katz.
The gangs are recruiting all these military-age males out the shelter to commit crimes, and there's a green light on police officers in New York City by these gangs. That was reported too. So with time, when Trump talked about the biggest deportation in American history, that sounds real good right now, because this is a national security threat right now. But if you tell the Democrat people that, they're going to just come up with, oh, he's a threat to democracy. This migrant crisis is a threat to democracy. All the crimes that's happening right now. What are you talking about? They have no wins they could use. Nothing. They're hostile. They get like just keep it to what this sister said. What you gonna do? Give me what you gonna do for black people specifically. And if you tell me, well, they can't just do something for you specifically. Kamala Harris was up there when Biden signed the anti-Asian hate bill, and that was done for Asians specifically. So you can do something for Asians specifically, you can do something for black Americans. The fact is, if you cool with voting for her and not getting nothing, that's you. That's your right to vote for her and not get nothing. But if you want my vote, you gonna have to give something. Or don't worry about it. I'm not voting for you. I got a nice couch I can sit on, or I can go vote whoever I want to vote for. It's fine. Remember, you want my vote. I'm not going to beg you for nothing. So you come over here, you better bring something with you. That's like somebody showing up at your house wanting to eat, but they don't bring nothing to the table. They don't bring nothing at all, but they want to come eat up your... No. You got to come get... I got to get something out of this deal. And black Americans, don't you dare feel bad for that. You finally starting to respect yourself by saying, I want something for my vote. And that's exactly what you need. Either get tangibles or you don't get our vote.